Hello, everyone. How are we all doing? I know this is like an hour later than normal, so slight change. I apologize for that, but yeah, hopefully we all have a great fun session. We're going to be continuing with the novella for a dollar series. So far, we have spent a grand total of 7 cents. We did some kind of general planning, um, some concepts for this prequel. Um, I also, as you may have noticed in that snippet, sent one message between chats or between sessions where I was just asking about the outline. I did do a little bit of work in my own time, like without AI, just kind of getting the first few chapters sorted. But like, or I say sorted, like planned out. I've got some ideas. I want to check the viability of these, but then I'm going to get started into writing. I was kind of like, I didn't want to do too much of the writing because I wasn't sure how long these chapters were going to be, and I was kind of like, well, if they're not that long, it means things might change or move around. I might discover things. I want to leave some room for like fun, you know. Jean-Luc says lunchtime and tea time stream. Yes. Hopefully I will have some tea soon as well. Sammy is downstairs making it. But yeah, does anyone have any questions? Anyone not here 2 weeks ago and so needs a catch up? The general concept of this stream was to do essentially try and write an entire novella from concepting to prose written draft, maybe get some editing done and try and keep it under a dollar. I mean, I'm not particularly worried. We're doing pretty well so far. So the premise was essentially that the local firefighter head is killed, and that leads to Mia getting Sparky, and there's kind of some intrigue, some corruption in the council, bit of blackmail, kind of little things going on. So, and also a lot of pupper shenanigans, because, we all know we love some pupper shenanigans on a Kate stream. So, yeah, I think what I might do is start off in chat again. I'm going to try and kind of chat with this first scene, get it kind of a bit more fine-tuned, I guess, to get a bit more of a scene brief. Be like, okay, well, these are my ideas. Let's play off it. I'm planning on using Mistral for much of this because I was really impressed with how Mistral Medium 3.1 did. But we'll kind of give it a look as well. Like there might be other things we like. Just play it by ear. Like as long as it's under a dollar, I'm fine pushing the boat a little bit. Yeah, so let's open up a chat. I'm going to pin it. I'm going to change to Mistral Medium. We'll keep the general purpose chat, and I'm going to add the full outline. Just as context, I want to start working on. Hi, Mitchell. Hi, Fuzzy Otter. How are you both doing? So I want to start working on developing chapter 1 of my novella. I really want this opening chapter to set the scene, introduce characters, but also be engaging. My notes are all within one scene, but it can be split into more if necessary. These are preliminary notes, I guess. Can you help me take these notes and concept several different ways we can grow these into a chapter. I think that feels what I'm wanting, I think. Hi, Emery. How are you doing? Yeah, so I think I'm going to do that. I'm just using the general purpose chat. So if we go into tweak and generate, the additional context is my novel outline, preview. I'm wondering actually if I've got leave the puppy alone, because we were getting in a lot of brainstorming. Gemini was wanting to damage the dog. How rude. Okay, so we don't really have many codex entries added. So what I'm going to do is add some context. I'm going to go into the codex entries. I'm going to add, I'm assuming, the genre. Do I have a genre entry? I don't have a genre entry. Okay. So this now is actually okay. I need to work on this. I have a genre entry from the earlier book in the series, I think. Do I not have? And now I'm like, oh my god, do I not have any genre entries? That's insane. 12 acts, GPTs. I don't. I don't think I do. Okay. Damn. Nothing at all. Well, looks like I'm gonna have to add in a codex entry. Let's get that started. So my first thing is going to be, so I've gone new entry, and then I'm going to go story genre, cozy mystery. So I really want this to be, actually, you know what I'm going to do, guys? I'm going to go on to novelcrafter.com. I'm going to go resources, ultimate beginner's guide. And I'm going to go down to my setting up the codex, because I know I have, if I type in genre, I wrote a genre entry for this. Did I include it as an example? Yes, I did. See, I knew this would be good. So I included an example of what I wanted my genre entry to look like. And obviously at the time I didn't actually put it into my my codex. So that is my bad. Okay, so we've got that sorted. If I go into chats, chapter 1, I want to now start adding in some context. We know that genre entries are global by standard, so that's fine. So I'm going to add in the characters that we know are going to be present in this chapter. We see Edith. We see Sparky. I'm just going on names that I can see here. Yeah, I think this works. We've got some in, just to give a general idea. I might also include the location of the manor house, because that is where the scene takes place. The last one before it closes. Let's go. So I've got Mistral Medium. If I go back and click on the prompt, tweak and generate, I'm just going to have a little look in the prompt preview. So it's 2,327 words input. And I'm going to send this. Oh my god, 10 ways. Wow. Okay. Well, we can have a look, see how it goes. Oh, thank you. No, I did have an entry. I just, when you just can't find it. I was like, I'm sure I had it. Okay, so the first one's Slow Burn Mystery. I'm just gonna have a little look at the titles and see how that goes. Um, okay, don't want split perspective. So like I know instantly I don't need to spend time reading that. So I might actually go to the end. I'm gonna click snippet, open it up as a snippet. I'm just gonna add it as another panel. And then this way I can just go, right. Okay, hose pipe, the gossip web. I like the idea of gossip web. That kind of intrigues me. We don't want Sparky's point of view. Okay, start with the discovery and then we're on to setup. Interesting. Don't want. Nope, not a fan of that. Not a fan of that. I mean, the reason behind my choices is just literally throwing things out. Firstly, also asks, has anyone tried out Kimi K2 yet? Price-wise, it's about the same as Mistral on OpenRouter, but some benchmarks put it higher on the creative writing chart. Okay. Well, I can always give that a go as well when I start generating prose. I'm happy to do that. So, yeah. Jean-Luc says, I'm now trying to have the models write my beats, but also write notes as a snippet for that chapter to help keep things credible, like technical details. I add it in the context when generating a scene. Yeah, so I tend to do it all in the beat. Like I'll have the summary and then I'll have like important notes and include that below hand, but it works functionally similar to having it as a snippet. Oh, hey, Sammy.
Hey.
Hey, everyone. Sammy wrote a story about a dog and then a dog appeared.
Don't do it, it's dangerous.
Maybe I should write a story about tea and then tea will come, but it already did.
There you go, we did.
Okay, yes, thank you. Okay, flashback. Okay, we don't need flashbacks. No, I don't like that. Oh, bless. Okay, right. So we've got 1, 2. Okay, so 3 versions now that I'm willing to actually read for this scene. Foreshadowing, Sparky's entrance. During the fireworks. Okay, but I feel like that's just far too much over like foreshadowing. Like it's not even foreshadowing; it's just like whacking us over the head. So I think, can we try some kind of combination of 1 and 3? Adding the hose pipe motif to the slow burn mystery playoff. Remember, we don't want to give any spoilers or too much information straight away. Um, okay, interesting, but a few points I want to fix. How is everyone doing? Does anyone have any questions, by the way? Like anything Novelcrafter related or writing for more affordable or anything really, you know. Um I don't want to hit the reader over the head with the fact that um okay. Keep people's you know realistic. Um I mean some of this I'm going to get rid of and not put in, but oh, and Sparky licks her wrist, leaving a streak of peanut butter and ash. Oh my god. I like that. Glenford's bonfire night always ended in chaos. This year, it started with a dog, a sandwich, and a very suspicious counsellor. I kind of like that. In character for a cozy mystery. I keep just reminding that it's a cozy mystery. It feels like it's doing all right at the moment. To be fair, like I'm not bothered, but yeah, this is at the point where I might also be like, is there things in my codex that's kind of like messing with stuff? Okay. Oh well, if you remember the questions, feel free to ask. I mean, I quite like that first one. I quite like that. Maybe change Sparky to something else, but okay. And this is kind of feeling a bit bland. Um, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this. close, go into my first chapter, / scene beat, paste. And now I'm going to go and cut out anything and replace it with my stuff that I just want to. I actually, if I go back into the chat, I quite liked in the previous answer. I liked this. Follow with some banter between the two. He's not quite at home. I'm going to get rid of that. I'm just going to get rid of that to Gerald. What's a guy rope? I don't know, but I mean, I'm sure AI will tell me. I'm going to get rid of that. I want it to be Sparky. I'm going to have Sparky rush off again. Tangled in the house. So I'm kind of just taking this and making sure to ensure that it's kind of like, doing what I need it to do. I'm kind of like editing as I go. Removing anything that's heavily AIism. I'm just gonna put like maybe like time passes. Mia is busy with the shop until the display begins. Just we're kind of going like get some time, get some stuff sorted, pass the time. I'm going to move that. And then I wanted to end there, I think. Let's have a look at those starting lines that I wanted to see. Whee. That was a possibility. So I'm going to put some possibilities here for now. And then get rid of the heading. I'm not a big fan of just having like random like titles. Okay, Mistral isn't that good with time skips. Okay, that's very interesting. So I might then make another beat and boop. I also think to make this, to like set it up for success the best I can, I'm going to do a few things like, um, let's look at these opening lines. Um, I quite like that actually. Plain. Okay, so Mia Rivers knew three things for certain. Her grandmother's jam sold out the fastest. Gerald Tice would complain about the overspend. I don't know whether to say, I'm kind of trying to like set the tone, keep things. Um, uh, standard Glenford uh, bonfire night, really. Um, the added aggravation. She dodged small children, pets off lead, and the hoverboard who let okay. But okay, so Mia Rivers knew three things for certain. Her grandmother's jam sold out fastest. Gerald Tice would complain about the overspend, and that dog was trouble. Standard Glenford bonfire night, really. But Mia could do without the added aggravation as she dodged small children, pets off lead, and the occasional hoverboard. Who decided they were a good idea? Mia arrives at the store. She's running for the bonfire, refreshments included. Okay. Now, I'm not entirely sure because I've not worked with Mistral much. If it's better to have like a large piece, like a larger beat, or to do a smaller beat. So I think what I might do is try this. I'm going to give it 1,000 words. Please mimic the style of earlier prose and keep a friendly, cozy mystery style tone. Something like that. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. Mistral Medium 3.1. I might try a few different models, just kind of get an idea. Okay, I mean, one thing I've noticed is because I've got the quotes in italics, it's moved them into italics here. Kind of annoying. Not the end of the world. Annoying. The Glumpanook store groaned under the weight of preserves, baked goods, and suspiciously lopsided pyramid of scones. Mia adjusted the bunting handstone last winter during a particularly dull village council meeting, while Edith Mullins, I might just have what Eddie. Um, as if she were sending them to war. It's easy to forget she was the postmistress when one saw her running drills. So Fuzzy's saying, oh no, that's not the beat, that's just Mistral. It likes putting dialogue in italic. Okay, interesting. Good quirk to know about. Like, whether you'd want it or not, debatable. I mean, what I might do is actually the easiest way to sort this out. Boop, boop, boop. If there's anything else in italics, we'll deal. Actually, Edith Mullins probably would be Edith Mullins the first time. Was it 1L? No. People expect order. They want. Slipping a jar of lemon curd between strawberry and raspberry. Since when did jam have social hierarchies? Raspberry. Should be telling me strawberries. No, but maybe put the. Since when did jam have social hierarchies? Next, you'll be telling me strawberries plotting a coup. Laughing you like, but my system works. You should try it sometime. Might stop you losing your keys in the biscuit. That was one time twice, and your phone in the sugar bag. That would not work. Because obviously she's not. That makes me wonder if I have Sparky, yeah. Because this is their obviously she's not adopted it. This is a prequel. So this is actually a really good lesson on updating your codex, because in this prequel she does not own Sparky. I'll just plop that there. So I might get Mistral to rewrite this scene just to see how it does that connection. It probably, let me see how much that generation cost. Okay, I mean that generation was 0.3 cents. I can try that again. I'm not worried. I mean, okay, I can see a lot that's very similar. It might be okay. So I'm going to section this. I'm actually going to open up this section in a snippet. So I've clicked on the action menu. I go down to create snippet from section. I'll pin that. I can close this. And I'm kind of curious. I mean, I can get rid of the weight of and just do the preserves, baked goods, and the suspiciously lopsided pyramid. So tower instead of pyramid. People expect order when they bind. Okay, so then I'm thinking now how I can combine these. Well, it says there's no substitute for quality. No, there isn't. But if you procrastinate over every single decision that you make, sometimes having a draft that you don't like is good for working out what you do like. Okay, so obviously they're not in the shop. Actually, I should probably just bloop. Uh, uh, and then change that to when. Okay, so they've got this. Okay, yeah. So we probably want okay, so now I see that. Okay, what do I want to do? Boop. Hmm. Because she's carrying this stuff. When something shiny flashed in the corner of her vision, she whirled around to see. And this isn't necessarily going to be, the best draft. I'm just trying to get a draft out quickly and cheap so that I have something to work with. Mia didn't dislike Gerald. He was just there, like the village's persistent damp problem or the church clock's habit of striking 13. The um Actually, I like that better. Then chaos. A golden streak shot past, hosepipe flailing like a rogue garden snake. The fire station's mascot, the aptly named Sparky, skidded to a halt. Uh, whipped. The hose whipped violently. It's amazing how similar the two generations are, actually, looking at this. Feels almost Sonnet-like in the consistency. Okay. Sparky seemed bold and made break for it, only to tangle himself in the hose. Don't. Um. Wait. Oh, okay, so Fuzzy Otter says, Mistral is pretty consistent, sometimes down to the exact word opening on retries. That, yeah, I mean, I remember when, doing Claude, and that happened a lot as well. It's, vibes. Less good for hands off Jesus take the wheel beating, but pretty good if you have something planned in chat beforehand. Yeah, I feel like if I had like a very like having a plan makes things a lot easier. Um, I think I also, because of the whole thing of this being like a cheap, quick test. Do you guys want me to spend more time editing and fixing up the chapters, or do we want to try and get more of the story written so we can get a better idea of the cost? Like, what is more valuable to you watching this? Okay, let's get rid of that. Okay, I'm happy enough with that. I think that's the thing. I've got to remember that we're just trying to get something out. Please let me know if you want me to try and like get through more prose generation, less editing on the go, which I probably should do. To other people about the fireworks, etc. Ideas, and I'm just gonna put some ideas of people. Alice, Clarence, Archie, Lillian, etc. A great display. People enjoying. Mia stays further back as she doesn't like loud sounds that much. She realizes she's left her headphones in the stall and goes back to get them. Key causing chaos in the background. So Otter says, I'm fine as is. It also shows off what someone would have to deal with when compared to a bigger, more expensive model, convenience versus cost. Okay. Yeah, I mean, to be fair, like, depending on what the model is, I would still also do this this much editing. And I'm just going to get rid of all the bolding. I also want to, in this scene B, I had, we can generate, copy. I'm not going to make a preset for this because I have too many presets at the moment. I don't need it really. Boop. I might see 1,000 again because it seemed to not write 1,000. So we'll keep it, you know, Mistral Medium. Like, I'm thinking maybe 1,500 words. That's kind of my vibe. But we'll see. Where's the that? The rest of the evening blurred into a haze of chattering, clinking jars. Mia sold the last of the blackberry jam to Lily and Foster, who tucked it into a woven basket with a conspiratorial wink. For the craft circle tomorrow. If we're stitching with proper fuel. Alice, Granny Alice, she, and then I'm going to get rid of that. I might get rid of that. Oh, Mia took a sip. Earl Grey, just as she liked it. I'm not hovering, I'm supervising. The sandwich board's still upright, I see. A miracle. Although if we've got this, I suppose no, that's fine. I could get rid of. It's not of yours. I think probably because there's a parent relationship of Mia. So again, this is something to keep an eye out for when you've got when you're working out of sync in your books. Like there is going to be things like this, and I just have to. So I feel here I need. So I'll dissolve this. So I'm going to do this. This is a little like tip for you all. So I'm going to take this. I'm going to put it in a quote. Can you rewrite and we need the stall area to watch the fireworks first so that she can rush back. So this is kind of like how you could do a like text replacement prompt 60. So maybe like, I don't know, 100, 150, 150. Kind of works, not quite. I'm just going to refresh. So now I know write that before we get into this paragraph. Maybe add some extra sentences to get us there. You know, I'm just kind of playing with things by ear, seeing how things go. Okay, that's fine. Get rid of that. Just put it in pockets. Oh, maybe Granny. Um, with my hearing aid. Oh, dodging a toddler with a glowing wand and Archie's booming laughter. The Nook stall stood quiet now. Jam jar. The empty shelves. Dim. Clarence had buggered off. God knows where. Mirror image beneath the table. Pesticle. Why was there a single welly boot there? Her earplugs took the pocket of apron. She straightened just as the sound cut through the night. Not the thunderous boom of fire, it was something sharper, a crack, like ice in a pond, like a branch snapping underfoot. Then the thud. The crowd didn't react, too lost in the spectacle and their own laughter, but and then a blur of gold. 1 second, he was trying to steal a he was trying to snuffle up the crumbs under the bar. The next, he was stringing towards the riverbank, tail took low. Mia didn't think she ran. Near the bonfire, whining. She He barked. Um. Um. Oh, she'll have to go past the barricade. Halt at the bonfire, trying to get through the safety rail. That feels about right. Um. Okay. Let's get that out. Okay, 1,500 words. I'm quite happy with that. I feel like that's a decent first start. Like, and let me refresh. So on prose generation, what do we spend? I wish there was a total cost. Like, you could just have like the total at the bottom. I'll do some like adding up. We are almost at the hour, so I think what I'll do is now go onto the scene. I'm going to summarize the scene, default, Mistral Medium. Mia manages Glenford's stall at the bonfire night. Dodging chaos as Sparky, the fire station's dog, causes trouble. Gerald Heiss fusses over fire safety while Tom Whittaker ignores him. Sparky knocks over displays, soaks Gerald, and steals food, leaving Mia to clean up. Later, as fireworks begin, Mia realizes she left her earplugs at the stall. She returns to fetch them, but hears a sharp crack and then thud. Sparky bolts towards the riverbank, leading Mia to discover a severed, melted hosepipe and a firefighter's boots trapped in the bonfire. She screams for help. That feels accurate. 1,500 words. I am going to refresh this. And let's do some maths. I mean, I say let's do some maths. I'm going to... 0.00137 plus 0.00216 plus 0.00202, 0.00203, 0.00372, 0.0028, 0.003, 0.00792, 0.00661, 0.00618. I mean, I don't know if any of you were doing the maths with me, but we have spent in this session a grand total of less than 4 cents. So I'll do my totals so far. So that plus 0.00645 plus 0.06577. Okay, so total we have spent 11 cents in this. We've got a chapter written. We have, so I mean, I spent like 4 cents today. We've spent 11 cents overall. We have a chapter written that is decent enough for a first draft. Like, I'm happy with that. We have 1,500 words on the table. Obviously, it's going to take a bit more time. I'm thinking maybe if we do this again, I might do some of the pre-scene planning. I could maybe do a bit more behind the scenes, catch us up, and we can like jump in a little bit later. just so that this is like stays as a mini series, because I do want to get this. I do want to kind of show a full novella, but my perfectionism isn't allowing me to just take what the AI is giving me and generate the prose from it. I'm kind of like a little bit micromanagey, so it's not great for like an hour session. Um, but yeah, I hope you guys have found this interesting, and I will see you all on Wednesday, I guess, for the next stream. Thank you for joining. We'll be back at the normal time, so this is just a one-off weird timing. Um, yeah, thank you for coming, and I'll see you soon. Bye.